Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're driving the Ford Crown Victoria. I'm taking it out on the drive. So let's dive into it. If you've been following the channel, lately I've been working on the Mercury Grand Marquis. It's started with the paint first, and I'm going to actually do a video on that car. I just haven't got around to it yet. But started with the paint. I didn't upgrade the headlights on it, so put some fresh headlights in it and side markers as well. Now I had ordered some for the Crown Vic. If you've seen that video when I installed the headlights on the Crown Victoria, I'm trying to see a fire truck on the Crown Victoria. The side markers didn't fit, so I need to see if I can send those back to them and actually get some that will fit. But it had like an extra piece of plastic on them. It wouldn't fit on the Crown Victoria, so I left the original side markers on this car. But on the Mercury, it fit nice and well, so that's all set on that one. Got the fresh mats in there, some fresh floor mats. It didn't come with any floor mats. So for some reason, when I buy these cars, the floor mats are missing. The Crown Vic, it only had 2 floor mats. Luckily, one was the driver floor mat, and then on the Mercury, it didn't have any floor mats. And I understand sometimes they'll take them out if they don't want to sell the car with the floor mats if they're in bad condition. They might just take those out thinking it looks better. Okay, that's understandable, but yeah, they're striking out on these floor mats when I buy the car, so no big deal. Other than that, the Mercury fires right up. No lights on or anything like that. Drives pretty smooth, tires in good shape. So I will be doing a video on that, and I will be doing a comparison video with the Crown Vic and the Mercury. So I got to find a spot where I can park them both side by side, and then we'll go over on both. Now the Mercury does ride very nice. It rides smoother than the Crown Vic. You know, of course, it doesn't have like any air suspension on it. It just has regular coil springs, but it rides smooth. And also the seats are comfortable. Now it's an 01 Mercury, so the seats are made a little bit different, but to me they are more comfortable. They're not as wide as the 03 and up seats, but they are comfortable though. So and they had like a little tiny headrest about that big, but they comfortable. So the car rides nice. Other than that, back to the Crown Vic. So we're in the Crown Vic today. I actually got to do an oil change on the Crown Vic, which it may be. Do I want to do? I think I have like another 500 miles. So with that being said, we might do. I don't know. I can either do it this weekend, but I won't be able to put 500 miles on the car, or I can wait till next weekend when I still won't be able to put 500 miles on the car, but. Just knock it on out. I might do it this weekend. I'm gonna see what I'm doing. Yeah, just go ahead and change the oil. Trying to stay on top of it. The oil is actually, we're gonna check the oil. It's actually still pretty clean. I just checked it probably a week or two ago, and it was still nice and gold. So it's not black or anything. But it's about that time. That's how I'm gonna go ahead and change it a little bit early this time. So I calculated another 500 miles, which that's what I have to go before I hit that point to where I want to change the oil. Super simple. Now another thing I want to do on the Crown Victoria, I don't know if I'm gonna do it or am I gonna take it to the shop. I need to change the transmission fluid. Now the car has that forward shutter. I feel like you're riding over like some little lines on the side of the highway. That's what the shutter feels like. It doesn't always do it. But every now and then it'll do it, and it's like some days it'll, like, you can drive the car, you won't feel anything, and then be another day you'll drive it and you'll feel it a little bit. So I'm very particular about how I like the car to run. I want it to run smooth. I'll be dialed in with my car. I know every little jerk or anything. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and change the fluid, see if that helps. Yeah. I believe that's gonna help because, like I said, don't do it all the time. So it's about time for that fluid to be changed. I don't know when it was changed last. Bought the car used. I bought the car at 103,000 miles. So did they do it? I don't know. Now we have 124,000 miles. So I know I haven't done it in 20,000 miles. So the only thing about doing it is it makes a mess. So I don't know if I want to deal with making a mess, or do I just want to take it and let a shop do it. The only thing about letting the shop touch your car, they gotta make sure they don't mess nothing up. So we'll see. I might do it though. It looks like it's pretty simple. We just gotta get a bigger container to catch all the transmission fluid in, but it's not anything difficult or challenging to do. So I'm gonna see. I might do it. Let me know if that's something you guys will do on your own. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a mess. Yeah. I've seen some people, they drill like a hole in the pan, or they'll order a new pan that has a drain, which I might do that. If I do it on my own, I might just order that new pan, and that's gonna make it easier anyway. I don't have to worry about cleaning up a pan, and then I can have a pan that's gonna have a drain plug at the bottom, so next time if I need to change it again, it won't make such a huge mess. So yeah, I'm gonna look into that. That's what I do. See if I can do that. If I order the pan, I just do it myself. If I order that pan. If I don't order the pan, I'm not doing it. I'm gonna take it to the shop. Let somebody else do it. Deal with that. But yeah. So other than that, on the Crown Vic, I got an upgrade coming. It's on the way for the Crown Victoria, so that's gonna be pretty neat. These people be out here rolling. They only gonna meet you at the red light. So. And on the Crown Victoria, I noticed one of the front tires is a little worn on the edge, so it's about time to get some new tires. The ones on the back, they're pretty decent, but I knew when I bought the cars, tires, yeah, it's about that time to get some tires. They're not low, except for that one that's a little worn on the edge. The rest of them in pretty decent shape. You can probably get another 20,000 miles out of them. But I'm gonna go ahead and I like to keep all the same brand tires. So I'm gonna see if I can, I gotta price out a whole set. If I don't buy the whole set, I'll buy two at a time. I'm not gonna buy no one tire. That's gonna be, no. I don't think that's gonna be a smooth ride. So I'm gonna at least buy two that match what's on here. I think right now we have a Goodyear. I know it's Goodyear on here. What brand or what style Goodyear? But yeah, as long as it matches, I'll buy two. I might just buy the whole set. The only thing about buying the whole set is if you buy the whole set, then I'm gonna leave 2 to 3 decent tires. They just gonna get thrown away. That's the only thing about buying two. And then I have a spare in the trunk, but it's the donut spare. It's not the actual full-size rim. So it'll be, if I had a full-size rim, I would just swap it, make sure I just put one of them tires on there. But to really just be throwing away, 3 decent tires. Yeah. So I might just buy two. Get a little bit more out the rear tires. And then change those maybe 6 to 8 months later. So we'll see. As long as I can match the tire, I gotta have a matching though. I gotta have a whole matching set. I don't like that 2 different brands, 3 different. Some people have 3, 4 different brands. I've seen cars with 4 different. I don't have my stuff plugged up. I've seen some cars that have like 4 different brand tires. Like come on, you at least supposed to buy 2 at a time, minimum. Your car gonna ride weird on the highway. I like to take my car on the highway. I drive my car, so I gotta have matching. My car need to ride smooth, and I know if you put a bunch of different brand tires on your car, you can cancel all that ride smooth stuff. That's out the window. It's going all type of vibrations, and yeah, it ain't gonna ride smooth. So gotta run those same tires. People don't know that, and you wonder why the car don't ride smooth, or why it's steering funny. See a bunch of lights up here. What I got going on up here? This is like a little event they have. A lot of first responders out. So yeah, I'm gonna check on that oil. Might change it this weekend. I'll see later this week. I might. other than that, man, like I said, I keep the car serviced. You see, driving it, man, ride smooth. Can't beat it. I still got some of that trimming stuff I gotta get off the door of the car. I gotta work on that. With the molding. So I noticed on most of the Crown Vics and Mercuries I've seen, the trimming has been falling off. So, you know, stuff happens over time, man. The cars, they get older, and, you know, stuff like that start to fall off. So you see a lot of people with the trim that fell off, and then they had like the tape still left on there. That stuff a little challenging to get off. I learned that as soon as the trim fall off, you gotta go ahead and start scraping that off, because if you don't, the sun gonna hit it, and when it bake it, it's gonna be even harder to get it off. So, but if the trimming comes off and you go ahead and start getting that tape or whatever you want to call it off, then, you know, it's a little bit easier. I took mine to the car wash one time. When I came out the car wash, I got out and looked. I'm like, oh no, the trim that came off. It took the trim right out the door. So go ahead and get that off. But other than that, that's the update on the Ford Crown Victoria. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching the channel. Make sure you leave a comment, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not. I think 90% of the viewers are non-subscribers. Buddy got a Jeep with the doors off and got a skeleton sitting in the back seat with a seatbelt on. But yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one. If you're wondering what I use to record some of this footage, we are using the Mangoal dash cam. Very simple to hook up. You can receive a front and rear camera. Simple to install. Gives you a factory look with your vehicle. It does record in 4K. Does have a memory card, GPS, and many other features. Check the link below.